Tonight on NewsWatch Ole Miss, we'll take a look at what's to expect graduation weekend.
An event to rally against sexual assault happened last night. We'll have a recap of that event ahead.
Good evening, Rebels. We've had a few days of nice weather and it's currently 76 degrees, but we can expect some showers as we move into tomorrow and the weekend. Stay tuned for the latest in news and weather. NewsWatch Ole Miss starts now.
Good evening, and welcome to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I'm Graham Farrell.
And I'm Phoebe Kramer. If you're a current or soon-to-be upperclassman planning to live in the dorms again next year, think again, because you won't be able to. NewsWatch reporter Laurel Wynn has more on this issue now.
The Chancellor recently announced that the university is expecting 5,000 freshmen in the fall. While this is an exciting addition to Ole Miss's student body, the university is experiencing growing pains in terms of housing. Student Housing has made a decision in January to allow only freshmen to live on campus, forcing all upperclassmen to find a place to live off campus. CA Emma Hammond says many upperclassmen in her RC South dorm are not happy about this decision.
The fourth floor is mostly upperclassmen, at least here in RC, and a lot of them are very upset about this due to transportation issues, and a lot of them are concerned about lack of housing. Like, there's a very long wait list for almost every dorm and even the off-campus apartments right now.
These upperclassmen live on campus because they have no means of transportation.
A lot of them actually don't have cars, so they're worried about getting back and forth to campus if they can even get into an Ole Miss apartment.
The increase in freshmen forces anyone who is not a first-year student to have to find a place to live off campus at apartment complexes like the Domain, which is located just off of Oxford Way. I spoke to managers both at the Archive and at the Domain who say that they have seen this influx in freshmen reflected in their leases. And leasing director Denver Haggard at the Domain says they are 100% leased and have been since February.
Yes, we are 100% pre-leased for fall 2023.
Haggard has overseen leases at the Domain for over 3 years and says the rate at which the apartment's rooms are being filled is different than years past.
There are student beds that have fallen off of our market, which decreases the amount of beds that we have to offer, as well as the students are increasing. So with that, yes, this is definitely a first time we've ever seen this in Oxford.
With the rapid increase in requests to live at apartment complexes in town, rates are going up. Haggard says this is normal and it meets industry standards.
And we tell everyone the longer you wait, the higher the rate. Kind of like a plane ticket. If you wait till last minute, you're going to pay much higher than when you sign in the fall when we do our leasing kickoff.
Several apartments across Oxford have completely filled their leases for fall 2023, but few places like the Archive still have availability for those needing a place to live. Laurel Wynn, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
Those who probably won't have to worry about housing next year are graduating seniors, but they've got their own worries. And if you are looking to grab a seat at one of Oxford's best restaurants for graduation, you better do it sooner rather than later. Reporter Joseph Rogers has more now.
University of Mississippi graduation is fast approaching, and with the influx of people coming to Oxford, restaurants on the square are gearing up for the busy season.
So for the increased crowds, we're going to make sure that we've got plenty of staff and that we've got a good game plan so that before the action starts out, we've got everything in place, we've got everything prepped and ready.
Proud Larry's manager, Bruce Butler, says that even with the increased traffic, service and quality of food remain the most important aspect of the customer experience.
I would say slow and steady is going to win the race. You know, we just want to make sure that we put out good food in a reasonable amount of time and that we take good care of our customers and that we kind of maintain a
OPA bartender and supervisor Justin Ivey says preparation is vital as the mass migration to Oxford looms just weeks away.
Once you get into graduation season and the big influx of people just coming to town, you can just never have too many hands on deck just to make sure that you're comfortable and that everything flows.
Soon-to-be graduate Sarah Gail Myers knows that the increased population in Oxford will require her to make her reservations sooner than later as the books will fill up very quickly.
They have reservations set up to where it'll take a little bit for us to get one. So if the reservations fall through, then I'll have to go somewhere else. But honestly, almost any place in Oxford is good to eat, no matter what.
All right. You can't go wrong when deciding what restaurant on the Oxford Square you'd like to visit. From Proud Larry's to Opa, the choice is never a bad one. For NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Joseph Rogers.
There truly is not a bad place to eat at, not just on the square, but all over Oxford.
April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and because of this organization, Rallying Against Sexual Assault, or RASA, hosted their annual Take Back the Night event last night. Reporter Cameron Haas was there to capture the event.
Marching, chanting, and rallying against sexual violence is what many came together for last night.
The campus is ours.
The annual Take Back the Night event has become a way for people like co-president of Rallying Against Sexual Assault, Liv Dolan, to gain a voice and speak out in order to raise more awareness.
I can physically yell what I'm trying to tell people a lot of times, because a lot of times I feel like it's something that people don't listen to, so they kind of have to when we do this.
Along with the march through campus, the night also included guest speakers and even a ticket raffle.
20 seconds, got ticket kits.
There were several sponsors and organizations who were in attendance and in full support of the message, such as Ole Miss Athletics, UPD and OPD, the William McGee Health Center, and the Sarah Eisem Center.
There's many people that come out for this, and specifically for this, from the Oxford community, not just our campus. So I think it's really cool that it's a whole group effort.
If you or someone you know is in need of some help, there is a crisis hotline number that you can call. The number is 662-816-5377. I'm Cameron Haas, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
The next Sexual Assault Awareness Month event is the Denim Day Fashion Show. It will be held on April 26th from 5 to 6 p.m. in Fulton Chapel.
Spring is here, and so is fresh produce.
We'll take a look at the Oxford Farmers Market and a special project from Oxford High.
Stay tuned to NewsWatch Ole Miss.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Fresh produce and spring are coming together and local farmers are getting ready. Reporter Juliana Jackson has more.
The first hints of spring are finally showing in Oxford. And the Oxford Community Market is gearing up for their spring market season, which kicks off April 16th. It will have fresh produce, including a variety of berries and a broad display of flowers. Vendor Fallon Decker of Barefoot Boutique sells various bouquets and says the spring market is her favorite time of year.
I would say just being a part of the community, meeting people, and enjoying good weather.
Director of the Oxford Community Market, Betsy Chapman, says although they're gearing up for the upcoming spring markets, the community market community still gives back and helps those in need.
Tornado outbreaks a couple weeks ago, our market community, customers, volunteers, students, farmers, all pulled together to collect over 4,000 bottles of water that we sent to Amory.
Chapman says even in a crisis, the community comes together to show their support.
With winter coming to an end, everyone is very excited about the upcoming Oxford Community Markets.
Gathering space, it's a way to get to know your farmers and ask them questions about how they produce their food.
So I just wrapped it in paper towel so it didn't scar up the bark.
The upcoming spring markets will be every Tuesday from 3 to 6:30 p.m. at the Old Armory Pavilion on University Avenue. Bring your family and friends and support local farmers, vendors, and makers at the Oxford Community Market this spring. Juliana Jackson, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
You can go out and support your local farmers in the Oxford community every Tuesday.
It seems spring has sprung here in Oxford, and so has the local produce. Oxford High is participating in the good weather with their own special event. And reporter Ryan Vanderbook went to check it out.
The Oxford High School Center for Applied Engineering is having their first annual plant sale, led by horticulture teacher Ken Hearn, whose students spend the whole semester not only learning about plants, but also getting their hands dirty.
So my favorite part about the whole process is seeing students that come to me for the first time. Most of them don't even know what horticulture is. Some of them can't even pronounce it right.
Students plan this 3-day sale to share with the community the fruits of their labor, produce, plants, and flowers they have grown during the last few months.
Transplant them as seedlings, so about 2 inches tall. We transplant them over into inserts, which are what we have here, and then we grow them to a retail size, which is approximately this size.
The sales made this week will go straight back into their botany program so that students can continue to learn more about plant production.
Pretty much everybody at some point in time, they're probably going to have a lawn, they're probably going to have some type of landscape, or they may just be interested in growing their own food.
In a state where food insecurity is a real problem, Hearn thinks it's important for students to learn where their food actually comes from.
We're so far removed from agriculture and where our food comes from. Most people just think it comes from the grocery store.
The produce is grown in a state-of-the-art greenhouse located at the Oxford Early Childhood Center. These students contribute to the whole process from seed germination to the selling of the final product.
Well, our peppers look really good this year. I think we hit those right. Our geraniums look really good. Zinnias, our marigolds have looked very good. Our tomatoes did look really good. We planted those a little early.
And if you missed it today, the plant sale is going to be going on from 9 to 2 all the way up till Friday for the Oxford High Center for Applied Engineering. This is Ryan Vandenbroek, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
This is a great chance for anyone looking to exercise their green thumb this spring season. And stay tuned after the break. We'll have the latest in weather, sports, and beyond right here on NewsWatch Ole Miss.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
flushes.
What's up, champ?
I feel like you get taller every time I see you. Congratulations, Brandon.
Thank you.
After all that bad weather the past few weeks, it is finally blue skies and sunshine here in Oxford.
Yes, this has been the best weather. Let's check in with weather anchor Mackenzie Cox to see how we can enjoy it. Mackenzie?
Yes, it's definitely been a beautiful day here in Oxford. Let's take a look at our current conditions. It's been 76 degrees today, so you've certainly felt that if you've been outside. It really is just beautiful and sunny as well. Not many clouds in sight. That 1% chance of precipitation, low winds, east-southeast at 5 miles per hour. Couldn't really ask for much better than this. So it looks like all the regions been sharing in this today. We've got temperatures ranging from 76 to 78. So not too much variety here across northern Mississippi. South Haven, Oxford, Holly Springs, all 76. Corinth and Tupelo rounding out 77, 78. And tonight's forecast, it's going to be a little bit cooler. So if you are heading out, make sure that you pack maybe a light jacket. 53 degrees with some clouds coming in. And that's going to be kind of a precursor to the showers that we might see tomorrow in the afternoon. Winds are still going to be low and variable, 4 miles per hour approximately. Precipitation, just a little chance of 9%, so not too much to worry about there if you are heading out. And tomorrow's forecast, this is when we might start to see some showers. I know we've all been enjoying the drier weather this week, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It looks like that's going to turn around. 69 degrees tomorrow with those afternoon showers, so make sure you have an umbrella. Low wind still, so not too much to worry about for gusts, but 48% chance of precipitation increasing as we go into the evening. And the rest of northern Mississippi is going to have a similar outlook as well. Like we said, Oxford 69, it's going to be the coolest for a change, slightly unusual, rounding us out 70, 72, so we'll be kind of in the middle there. And consider this your first alert. National Weather Service Memphis, they have released a severe storm possibility warning for Saturday. So I know we have some exciting outdoor events, but that's something to be aware of this weekend. And taking a look at our 5-day forecast, we're going to be seeing those afternoon showers that I mentioned, and then mostly sunny and clear skies for the weekend with the exception of those showers on Saturday.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I was really enjoying that weather. Arjun, how is that going to help us this weekend with the sports?
All right, so coming up next, Ole Miss and Oxford High, they're doing great in tennis, and we have a feature on a student athlete coming up that's graduating in May, and I have more in that next on sports.
Building a legacy takes time, takes dedication, spirit, and a greater vision. That vision starts here at the University of Mississippi. What will you be remembered by? Your character, your contributions, your friendship. Your legacy will define who we are now and who we are becoming for our state, our students, and our future. Ole Miss, build your legacy.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home.
Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance?
Because he was a fun guy.
What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
Welcome to Sports Watch. I'm Arjun Powell. The Ole Miss men's tennis team made their way back into the top 25 for the first time in over a year on Tuesday. The Rebels are 16-6 and have been on fire recently, winning 3 of the last 4 matches. Earlier this season, the Rebels had an historic streak, winning 9 straight dual matches. Nikola Salovic is the only Rebel to earn a spot on the ITA single rankings, where he's ranked number 65. His teammate Lucas Engelhardt are ranked number 46 in the ITA double rankings. The Rebels' seasons came to an end with a loss in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament, ending the year with a 27-3 record. And the Oxford High School tennis team been just as successful, claiming 3 regional titles yesterday. This makes it the Chargers' 18th consecutive season winning a team title, which is longer than any of these kids on the current team have been alive. Ryan Darvin and Owen Wilkinson came away with region championships after finishing atop of the boys and girls single brackets, while Andrew Colster and Hayes Huggins won the region championships in boys doubles. Oxford takes on the winner of Thursday's matchup between Germantown and Hernando in the playoffs next week. We always hear talk about the draft for the student athletes after graduation or even before, but what about the others that have a different future in mind? Here's Kyle Wakefield with one now.
Basketball player Robert Allen has had a good season. His overall stats were 4.4 points per game, 3.4 rebounds per game, and 1.2 assists per game. And after he tore his ACL in 2021, his playing time has been limited. Despite these challenges, Allen says he enjoyed his time at Ole Miss.
I had a great time here at Ole Miss. Just coming here for my first time was just amazing. The atmosphere and the environment is amazing.
He has been involved in the Oxford community.
I feel like I built bonds with people off the court and being from Mr. Ole Miss, pledging my fraternity incorporated. I feel like I really created a place where I can call home.
Since the season ended, Allen has been preparing for the future.
I wake up in the morning, most of the time I eat breakfast, I do a small little workout, 30 minutes, go back to sleep, wake back up, come to the gym, do my treatment, weights, and on the court workout. After that, I go home, do some homework, and then from that, just mostly chilling for the rest of the day.
He is graduating in May, but staying at Ole Miss to get his master's and play his last year of eligibility before he tries a career in professional basketball.
Okay, so I'm going to probably go back to school and get my master's certificate with my 1 year of eligibility to play for basketball, and after that, I'm going to professional basketball.
And following his basketball career, he wants to be an entrepreneur.
I know I want to sell houses, just buy property and buy land.
As Robert Allen moves on from Ole Miss, he already has his eyes set on his future career goals. I'm Kyle Wakefield, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
We wish the best for Allen in all his endeavors. Ole Miss has a club lacrosse team with no coach, high hopes, but a successful season so far. Reporter Jonathan Briggs has more of what's in store for this team and what it'll take to keep the success going forward.
Without a coach, the Ole Miss Lacrosse Club is a tight-knit group of students, athletes, and brothers. Alex Konst, who serves as the club's vice president, says that the team has been able to have successful seasons, despite being entirely self-coached.
They didn't know how we kept winning these games, and I told them, like, yeah, no, we just got a good team, we got some good chemistry, and that's kind of what we were operating with.
This year, the Rebels are 2-7, but Konst remains confident their team chemistry will carry them into the playoffs.
That chemistry is still there, and as we're winding down to the end of our season, I mean, it's going really well. I'm excited for the future.
What brings these Ole Miss students together is a common love for the sport. Goalie Tom Mariano says there is always a spot on the team for people.
There's always a spot on the team for people. I mean, we have guys that had never played lacrosse before that have come and tried out and played games, and even if they didn't play the best, like, guys were still there to support you.
After abandoning the sport in high school, Mariano rediscovered his passion for lacrosse through the Ole Miss club team.
The best way to describe it was I took a leap of faith, and I found a place where I feel comfortable, and I fell in love with a sport that I had lost the love of.
President of the lacrosse club, Jackson Tudoro, says that the remaining goals for the team are to win out and make MCLA playoffs.
So hopefully we make that, and we made it last year, so we should make it this year too.
Rebels lacrosse will travel to Arkansas this weekend for their final game of regular season play. I'm Jonathan Briggs, NewsWatch Ole Miss.
We wish the team good luck and hope they can make a deep playoff run. And that's all I got for sports. Be sure to tune in into Rebel Watch and on Fridays at 5 for coverage on Ole Miss sports and beyond. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Legacy isn't just about where you're from, it's about where you're going. So where are you going?
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate.
I'm going to make a difference.
Just like my granddad.
I'm going to make the bestseller list.
And I'm going to help him get there.
I'm going to win a championship.
Again! I'm going to lock the vault! Hotty toddy!
I'm going to take the next step.
I'm going to bring them to their feet.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Build your legacy.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Does it ever seem like some people are actually trying to destroy the planet? And the rest of us are like, hey, we need this planet. Some people may be slow to learn, but they'll eventually get the message.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
We are Ole Miss Rebels. As Mississippi's flagship university, we dig deeper, see farther, work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss, transforming lives and the world.
That's all we have for tonight. From NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Graham Farrell.
And I'm Phoebe Kramer.
Be sure to keep up with us on social media, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 5.
Thank you and have a great night.